Blake Lively developed some feelings for for Justin Baldoni. Ryan Reynolds is now abusing his wife. That's scary.
Reports suggest Ryan Reynolds has been spiraling after learning that Blake Lively may have harbored genuine feelings for Justin Baldoni from the very start.
He's basically saying, I will burn down my entire house. I will burn down your...
For Ryan, the thought that his wife might have been emotionally drawn to another man all along must sting. Yet it also forces a question: was his own marriage as perfect as he wanted the world to believe?
Is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give him that family?
Blake isn't without her flaws. But let's be honest, when you're in a controlling and toxic relationship, it's nearly impossible to live freely. Behind their glamorous facade, Ryan and Blake's marriage was riddled with deeper cracks. Living under the shadow of rumors is exhausting. After 8 years together, whispers grew louder that Blake's connection with Baldoni went far beyond a professional partnership.
Observing is essentially a ticking time bomb, a timer on Ryan Reynolds' ego.
During the filming of It Ends With Us, the two reportedly developed an emotional bond that many believed blurred the line between acting and reality.
Blake Lively has nothing to do with what is happening. Her husband has come undone. Blake Lively developed some feelings for Justin.
What began quietly soon spiraled into a full-blown scandal, an affair entangled with betrayal, insecurity, and eventually legal battles.
Has happened to her. She has, been in love with Penn Badgley from, Gossip Girl. Then she got...
In the documentary She Said, Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, commentator Mia Shaker highlighted that the two once shared a seemingly genuine friendship. But things shifted when Blake accused Baldoni of harassment allegations he firmly denies, countering with claims of extortion and defamation.
They're on set, and their job is to sell that they're falling in love. And a lot of times, as we see with actors and actresses, it actually happens. And there's no question in my mind that Blake Lively caught real feelings for Justin Baldoni.
If you think I'm just making this up on my own, think again. In the documentary He Said, She Said, Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, which aired on Monday, Mia Shachter straight up pointed out that the former co-workers had what felt like a friendship before Blake accused him of sexual harassment, which, of course, he denied.
He claims civil extortion, defamation, and that all of this really is about her wanting to have control of the...
To many observers, the issue wasn't so much misconduct as it was an emotional entanglement that blurred personal and professional boundaries.
This isn't just a fluffy celebrity feud. The actual story is, I think, a lot darker and a lot more complex.
Blake seemed less like a victim, and more like someone who had developed feelings that shocked both Baldoni and her husband.
This is why I say this is not a real lawsuit, and Ryan Reynolds knows this, is because he's got everything on camera.
The lawsuit became the fallout of that emotional connection, escalating into chaos far beyond what anyone expected.
He says, this whole idea is like a sexual harassment. She invited him to her penthouse and he was holding her baby. Like, the guy that sexually you're not having him to your house and letting him hold your kid.
Soon, Ryan Reynolds himself was pulled into the spotlight. The drama wasn't just about Blake and Baldoni, it was also about Ryan's growing insecurities.
Happening now, in my view, is Ryan Reynolds is now abusing.
As he realized Blake's attachment to Baldoni, Ryan saw it as betrayal. His reactions, often extreme, turned private pain into public spectacle.
Abuse. He is trying to inflict pain. Again, this is my perspective, pain and punishment, because he has come undone, realizing that she had some sort of an emotional affair with Justin.
Insiders suggest Ryan wasn't just a bystander, he drove the lawsuit forward. Many argued the real battle wasn't over justice, but over his ego.
Describes as they were riding into the night together. She was laughing until she was crying. And again, he's got this on camera, the way that he just dropped that scene on camera. So Ryan knows that there is...
Ryan simply couldn't bear the thought of his wife caring for someone else. His possessiveness turned the lawsuit into a weapon to reassert control.
Everything that's being claimed here is easily...
Instead of focusing on the truth, Reynolds allegedly used the case to warn both Blake and Baldoni, making clear that no one could tarnish his carefully built image.
That Ryan is now trying to get a gag order as opposed to ending the law.
This made it evident that Ryan's true priority wasn't justice, but control over his wife, and control over how the public sees him.
Means that he has not yet come to terms with his ego. That's scary. That's narcissism, right? Like that is not a relationship you want to be in, because he's basically saying, I will burn down my entire house.
The lawsuit became his way of punishing both Blake and Baldoni, as if erasing the affair could restore his power in the marriage.
Burn down your career, and I will burn down my career, and I will also inflict pain upon our children.
But the obsession didn't stop there. Behind his charming public persona, a manipulative side began to surface, placing relentless strain on his marriage.
This is an unwinnable lawsuit. The biggest loser in all this, by the way, is the New York Times. Like, how stupid. I mean, it must have been a phone call. They have to settle this. There's no way that he lost things. Justin Baldoni has real.
Ryan's need to control how Blake is perceived, both publicly and privately, exposed the depth of his insecurities. He seemed willing to risk his marriage, career, and reputation just to maintain dominance.
Justin Baldoni could never work in Hollywood again. That person was Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, Blake isn't blameless, but holding her solely responsible ignores the bigger picture. At the core of this storm lies Ryan's manipulative behavior and his fragile ego.
I'm not a Blake Lively fan. I think this snowballed and it spiraled, and she basically just had to let her husband, whatever it was that he saw, and he finally caught on to this quote unquote emotional affair. Again, I'm giving my opinion, having now read the documents. It sent him into a kind of rage.
Political commentator Candace Owens even weighed in, claiming the lawsuit isn't about justice at all.
All I care about is harming Justin Baldoni, as opposed to maybe trying to work through whatever it was in your relationship.
According to her, Ryan Reynolds masterminded the entire case not to protect his family, but to feed his ego.
Catching feelings for Justin Baldoni, because that's what happened here. She caught feelings for this. She was never, in my view, sexually harassed. None of this happened, and they were getting close. That's what happened, and Ryan flipped.
Stay in touch with us for more news. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. She further argued that Reynolds deliberately targeted Justin Baldoni, using media influence and smear campaigns to damage his career while shielding his own image.
Every fact. That means they gave Justin Baldoni hours to respond, and yet he had film that could have disputed, and they didn't give him the time to produce that. They hit send on it because they were doing someone a favor.
Owens even suggested that the critical article on Baldoni in the New York Times wasn't coincidence, it was part of Reynolds's calculated PR strategy.
Very concerned for the circumstance that Blake.
Her conclusion: the conflict has less to do with harassment and more to do with Ryan Reynolds's long-standing insecurities, personal issues he's never confronted, now erupting into a very public war. Stay in touch with us for more news. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel.